All right, in this video, I'm going to go through question number 2 from notes 77. This is going to be the only thing in this video. It's just this one question because there's going to be a lot of moving parts. If you watch the first video, you know these can get kind of in depth. So question number 2, of course, I'm going to start reading it. So let's see, we can sell, let's get my highlighter going. There we go. 30 sets of golf clubs at a price of $500 per set. And then the prediction comes in for every $25 decrease in price, we're going to sell 3 extra sets of golf clubs. All right. So simply based off of this information, I'm going to create myself a revenue equation. And the revenue equation I'm going to put off to the side here. So R of X, you could call it Y, F of X. It doesn't really matter. But what we've got here is we've got money, and then I'm going to do sets of clubs. All right. Now this helps me just keep track of what is going into which part of the equation. So R of X is equal to, and then we're going to start talking about the original. So money-wise, we have $500 per set. So 500. And in the original problem, we have 30 sets of golf clubs. All right, so sets of golf clubs, there's 30. Now we're going to change these. So let me kind of zoom in or zoom out, whatever it is. We're going to do a $25 decrease in price. But here's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to do that decrease once, twice, 5 times. Who knows? Okay, but whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. I'm going to slide that over. All right, so $25 decrease in price as many times as I need to maximize. All right, so decrease, we're definitely subtracting $25, and I don't know how many times I'm doing it, so I'm going to tack on an X here to represent maybe I do it once, maybe I do it 5 times. Okay, and then the number of golf clubs, we're going to sell 3 extra sets of golf clubs. So plus 3X. And the reason you have an X here is because every time I change the price, I also have to change the amount of clubs sold. All right, so both of those are going to work hand in hand. Now I am going to take some time here, multiply this mess out so that I can get it into standard form. All right, so let's see, 500 times, 30 would be 15,000. 500 times 3x, that's going to be plus 1,500x. Negative 25x times 30, that's not happening in my head. There's my calculator. All right, so negative 25 times 30, negative 750. All right, so negative 750x. And what am I missing here? So negative 25x times 3x. So it's going to be negative 75x squared. Okay, let's do a little rearranging here to get it in standard form. So standard form, of course, I want my x squared term first. So negative 75x squared. The 2x terms in the middle get combined. So 1,500 minus 7,500. 750, not 7,500. Oh, that's another 750, okay. So positive 750x and then plus 15,000 at the end. All right, so this is my revenue equation. All right, and then if I take a look at, there's a part A and a part B here. I want to figure out the price. So this is going to be the money part to maximize the income. And then what will the actual maximum income be? All right, so we're looking at maximums here. So back to my equation, I want to figure out what the X value of my vertex is. So of course, X is equal to the opposite of B over 2A. So opposite of 750 over 2 times negative 755. I said that wrong horribly. So let's see what I get here. This is going to go in a calculator. So negative 750 divided by, now I'm going to close that whole denominator up in parentheses. So 2 times negative 75. All right, that's a 5. So now I know that I need to change my cost here. 5 times, which is also going to change the number of sets of clubs 5 times, okay? So let's see what I got here. The first question is asking what price, at what price should she sell the clubs to maximize the income? All right, so let's go over here. Price means we're dealing with money. So I want to figure out the 500 minus 25x when x is 5. Okay, so let me go ahead and slide on over here. So that was what? 500 minus 25x, but we're going to use x is equal to 5. And so I'm going to put, oops, there we go. There's my highlighter. Put that into the calculator and see what I get here. So 500 minus 25 times 5, and that is 375. There we go. So what price? The price should be $375. And then what is the actual maximum income? And you can do one of two things here. You can either use our revenue equation up here that is broken up into the 2 pieces of price and sets of clubs, or you can bring it down here where it's multiplied out in standard form. But in either case, whether you use this equation or this equation, you're going to use x is equal to 5. All right, so that's what we're going to do here. I'll go ahead and use that bottom equation. So let's see, what is the maximum income? And I'm going to set it up as negative 75x squared. So that's 5 squared. Let's see, plus 750x is 5 again, and then plus 15,000. All right, so let's go ahead and throw this whole thing in the calculator. Conveniently, I can type it all in at once. I don't have to do it in parts, as long as I make sure I type all the numbers in correctly. There we go. All right, so what is the actual maximum income here? That would be $16,875. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of the calculator there. All right, so that is going to be the end of video number 2 here on question number 2. So we set up the equation. We figured out the actual maximum changes for x. That's is going to be 5 changes. And then based off those 5 changes, we change the price, and then we figure out what the actual maximum income or the actual maximum revenue. All right, there will be a separate video for question number 3. As always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll see you the next time. Oops, calculator again.